Is there any reason why you would want to go with something like this as opposed to having sort of more something I have where you can actually put your Swarm's code in in it and it renders it and it's markdown and it's all native and you have full control and you can connect it up to your Google Analytics? Like, like, is there any reason why you wouldn't want to go for something a little more you as opposed to doing it just on a medium if you have the skills and the capacity to do it a bit better, you know?
So the main reason is that because I mean, obviously, everything you just said is the benefit. Like I understand these benefits. However, the main reason why I'm on Medium is to attract audiences that are not aware of me previously.
Okay.
Whereas this you would use to attract an audience that you already have. Make
Yeah,
sense?
that's right. It's like if you had a blog hosted at swarms.world/blog, it's like, well, that's not really drawing in new people. Is that kind of the rationale?
There you go.
Yeah. But okay, so that's a good point. But then do you have any analytics to be like how many new readers do you actually get? Like,
Yep.
instead of just people from coming from like your Discord and like other places and platforms?
Yeah. Um, you get viewers per blog. You can see likes and stuff. You can comment. Like all that infrastructure is already built. Um, so I mean, maybe once I have a pretty large following audience, then I'll probably relocate.
Yeah.
And like yeah, so you can see how many views, how many reads you get per blog. So one of my biggest blogs got like in the past couple of weeks got let's see, welcome to the era of 100% function calling. 100% reliable function calling. You got 6,000 views, 41 reads.
Yeah, right.
Um, so you'd also see the tags, so you can have tags. Um, most of my tags are in tech and programming and whatnot. But yeah, so there's a lot. I mean, like honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. I think your approach might be better for the long term.
If you if you want, something I'm happy to do is I don't know how many posts you have or how easy what sort of format you have it in, but I could like transfer it all across relatively easily, I think, if you want to kind of see what that would look like.
I have like how many blocks?
Is it in Markdown?
No, it's not in anything. I think it's just text, honestly. But I think
Surely
I
Medium
can't see
like
the
renders
exact.
it to Markdown like at some level, right?
Yeah, I can't see exactly what it is, but it's a lot. It's like maybe 200 blocks.
Okay, yeah, that's wild. Yeah, no, yeah, I think you're deep in the ecosystem now.
um, and I haven't gone viral like the other people have. Like you can publish one blog here and go super viral.
Yeah.
But man, fuck, these cats are always trying to kill each other. Hey, be friends. Stop fucking hitting each other. All right, I'll be back. I have to make sure they don't fight.
Yeah, we're good.
Yo, check this out. Swarm, 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 swarm.
Cute.
Swarm, 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 swarm.
Very small.
Yeah, they're babies.
I got a question for you.
Yep.
It's not about like what's on my screen or anything, but it's more just like, do you ever have like you've heard of like imposter syndrome, right? Where it's like, you constantly feel like you're not like the person, you always feel like an imposter in like the industry that you're in or something like that. You never feel like you're actually like the person. You kind of heard about that phenomenon.
Yep.
At what point do you reckon I can call myself like an AI engineer or something like that, as opposed to just like, and have that not just be like bullshit, if that makes sense?
Um.
Because I feel like I engage with an AI stack. I've done like ML engineer stuff. I've trained models before. I've created applications that are AI centric. I sort of understand all of those things. And for all intents and purposes, that's how I want to describe myself. But it's not like I've had yet a formal job in AI engineering, for example. But I would love to sort of in my portfolio say, Jack, 21 years old, I'm an AI engineer based in Sydney, Australia, like that sort of, thing.
Just make everything open source, man. Like, I don't have any formal training in this. I've never had a job like from another person's company. Never went to college. My
Yeah, but would you? I
reputation-
guess I more mean specifically for that role phrase. Would you call yourself an AI engineer or
Yes,
something along
I
those
would.
lines? Okay.
Well, there's difference. So I would call myself. Well, an AI engineer is kind of like very broad, right?
Yeah.
An agent engineer is what you are, unless you know PyTorch. If you write PyTorch, then I guess you could call yourself an AI engineer.
See, I thought that was more ML engineering.
No. Well, I mean, yeah, it is, but it is not at the same time. So I would consider them both. So just make everything. If you really wanted to do that, I would make Video GPT open source, like as much as possible.
Okay. Yeah. But
Like,
then I lose the API edge.
Not really, man. Swarm's. I mean, dude, Swarm's entire code base is open source, and we have a lot of people using the API, especially big companies. So that doesn't mean anything. In fact, it probably means you're more likely to get users because having an API for this, there's a very small percentage of people who are actually going to run this by themselves in their own, infrastructure. Like on their own accord. It's so much easier to use an API. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does.
But the thing is, if you make it open source, then you can get users, right? You want users. So, and you also want awareness. So if you don't do that, it's very hard to gain awareness. It's very hard to get any users because nobody knows you exist, let alone your product.
Yeah, look, I was getting people using it, but when I was just testing it, and I had just deployed it, it was connected to my API key, and I got charged like $20 in like an hour of people using it, which is hilarious. Yeah, somebody put like a 3.5 hour Lex Friedman, Andre Kapathi video in, and my app processed it pretty well. But yeah, it's funny.
Just make everything open source, man. Make it open source and then share what you built to other people.
You know what I was gonna do, and I want your opinion on this real quick. I was gonna actually make it into a YouTube extension and have a little button on the page saying index video, and then I could easily get 10,000 people getting an extension, and it opens up a little chat box that's just like interact with the video that you're currently watching, sort of thing. I feel like that could be kind of cool.
That would be cool. Yeah. At the end of the day, you just have to be building. You got to be building. Always be building. And then you have to publicly share about what you've been building. You
Yeah,
just can't
I'm gonna be
keep everything
making
to yourself.
like a few videos on YouTube GPT, just sort of like giving a demo and stuff. So
Yeah, it's very crazy how fast things can catch on if you just like talk about them. It's actually kind of easy,
yeah,
especially for something AI related. If you have just one novel idea, you can, you know, get a lot of attention. Oh fuck.
No.
All right, I gotta finish this deck. Dick. Come here, little cat. Come here. No jumpy, jumpy. No jumpy, jumpy. You're gonna stay there. Cats are so cute. Come here, little one. Who's a good kitty? Who's a good cat? You are. Who's a good cat? That's you. Who's a good cat? That's you. Yes, you. Come here, little one. I'm gonna teach the cat how to build agents.
Jesus, bro. You turn your camera off. I can't even see your cat building the agents.
This is now an AI cat.
What the? Cat is really cute, actually.
It's a cross. The cross of the cat.
Can you show it up close?
What?
Can you show it up close?
Yep.
That's so funny.
It's getting kind of scary.
He's so like doesn't give a fuck.
It's getting really scared actually. It's like, get away from me. It's all right, little kitty. I'm your
I
papa.
also give presentations at various events within different communities where I present AI related research papers and conduct Jupyter Notebook demonstrations. These presentations are available on my website. Oh, that sounds good. See, because I'm enrolled in a double degree where I first get a diploma in information technology for the first year and then afterwards get a bachelor. So right now I finished the first year bit. So I'm rewriting my thing to be like, my name is Jack Toll. I'm an AI engineer based in Sydney, Australia. I hold a diploma of information technology from the University of Technology, Sydney. I specialize in developing and deploying AI applications with a strong focus on deep learning, model training, creating inference scripts, and optimizing AI systems for real world use. Ooh. You want to hire me already, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to build more blogs, man. These cats. I wish I had as many team members as these cats. They multiply so quick. They start having kids when they're like 4 months old, 5 months old. It's insane. We need to write a lot more blogs, though. We need to teach people about AI.
Mm,
There's billions of people that still don't know shit about agents. We have to teach them.
that's right. We need that money is what we need.
Yeah, that too. But it's okay because we help them save time
Yeah, right.
and we help them give more time to play
What
with
you
their
need to do
kitty.
is go to like one big company and go to like the big guy at the top and be like, I can replace all of your employees
I kind of did that with
with
Walmart.
agents.
It's kind of funny.
Oh, my hamstring just fucking. Oh my goodness. I just cramped up, bro. That's retarded. Why does it keep doing that? Yeah. Yeah,
Little kitty. I love cats. Very interesting architecture that God designed for them. Mufasa. Okay. Can't go there. I'm a good kitty. I'm a good cat. Who are you? I'm a good cat too. Look. I'm a gangster cat. Don't fuck around with me. Meow. Meow. I'm kind of curious to think that if cats will ever have language, or like any other animal, like, well, do you think animals will evolve to collaborate with each other like humans do, like with very
I think it's
advanced intelligence?
possible, absolutely. Like, but again, evolution works on such like a long time scale. It's like I think it's totally possible that it's going to be advantageous for animals to also develop language such that they can communicate with humans for their survival or something. Like it kind of makes sense, but that would probably, but by the time animals would evolve that, humans would have evolved into something else too, entirely different, millions and millions of years down the line. Um, so that makes sense. A very
Yeah,
scientific answer.
yeah, I agree. But I I,
Cool.
I think it should. It's like it'll probably happen much sooner because every animal on Earth is basically dependent on humanity to exist, or we just kill them all. So I think there is a very big like evolutionary like need for communication. Um,
Yeah, sort of. There's not much pressure for like dogs, for example, to evolve language if you think about it. Like they're surviving absolutely fine under the care of humans. Like there really isn't any evolutionary pressure for that would like drive them towards it.
yeah, I guess you're
It
right.
makes more sense for elephants to evolve it to be like, "Hey, yo, bruh, don't cut off my horns,"
So
like that type of shit. Funny.
Good morning, Kai.
Kai will return. Nate.
His screen is showing was frozen then, I guess. I wanted to ask, like, I've been watching you guys stream for like the past hour or so, and I caught the section where the two of you were talking about RAG specifically, and you showed your diagram of the breakdown of how you're doing it. But I was too distracted and didn't have the focus to be able to see. And you guys were running a little quick for trying to zoom into that specifically. Can you elaborate, like, basically how deep in RAG are you guys going? Because there's potato head RAG all the way up to super advanced RAG, you know?
Yeah,
or different degrees.
So that was all more in the context of me just showing Kai my blog in general, right? And I was like flicking through a few posts, so it's not like we were chatting, for an extended period of time about RAG in particular or something like that. But I did write I'd like to say relatively extensive blog post about RAG, but I kind of started at the very beginning, like, what is a language model, giving a simplistic example of like how it kind of works. And then I kind of gave an example. I wanted to introduce prompt engineering, and sort of two things that you can do with prompt engineering would be task adaptation and then question answering. And then I sort of said like the best way to understand RAG and why it is such a powerful technique is to understand one of the big limitations of language models at a high level, and it's kind of verbose, right? But I just enjoy writing in general. And then I give a broad, before getting into the details, I first want to introduce a high-level sequential approach to the pipeline in order to garner a bit more of an intuition for the steps and processes to follow. And that's what I created here. So more just like two entry points, the external documents entry point and the user query entry point. And then I just wanted to show how external documents are processed in a particular way, and then they're stored away, and how the user query has to go through that same embedding model that the external documents went through, and then that's used for searching. And then there's a bit more of a complex implementation of it for my archive RAG application, where essentially I just needed to do two retrievals, because the first one is where somebody has to enter the title of a research paper that they kind of want to learn more about. And then so it's acting as a bit of an archive research paper search engine. So that's just retrieving the paper titles, and the paper titles and document ID for the paper that the user is most likely referring to. And then after they select the paper, then it'll check in a separate vector store to see if chunks already exist for that paper in that vector store. And then there's the whole user query one, where after the paper has been sort of selected and we've identified that chunks exist for that paper in the vector store, then we ask the user to enter their query. User enter their query. That goes through the embedding model, chunks vector store, top K chunks based on the similarity search, concatenated into context, goes into that prompt template, and then inference model, and then we get the output. So that's all happening. If I go archivegpt.net and I put in Nate GWA, what we're going to see is it's going to do a similarity search, find the papers that are most similar to that first. So this one is the most similar to Nate GWA. If I select paper one, it's going to check to see, does that paper currently exist in the database? It doesn't. Therefore, it's going to download, do the pre-processing steps, chunking, embedding, and uploading, which hopefully, if this isn't too long of a paper, it didn't take very long. It retrieved the context for it. I can say, what's this paper about? And then it does the retrieval based on that query, sends it to the inference model, and then bang, we can start sort of chatting to our research paper, getting all the details that we want sort of from it, and like summarizing sections and telling it to explain things a bit easier, if that makes sense.
Very cool. It sounds like it's close to like a medium on the spectrum. or approaching like a 5 out of a 1 through 10 scale.
Yeah.
What are you looking at for things to extend for more fine-grained granularity? Like, are you planning on doing relevance and adding topic to your search or index of the search?
For the initial search or for
First or second tier?
so you more mean when somebody enters like the research paper title and then it pulls out sort of the titles that the person is most likely referring to, like that stage?
Right. Like if you were to take a paper and then you do a primary title for the paper, for example, and then each next section is references as like a header or a title, and each of your headers or titles are referred to in your index, by relevance. So you have a huge topic list on top of your titles where they can basically interchange.
Yep.
I've been trying to hone in and focus towards dynamic domain driven design. So you basically have rotating namespaces, which is highly relevant and applicable to clustering methodologies.
Right. Yeah, so I have the capacity to do that. So I created, it was actually quite difficult. I had to create the whole metadata scraping and processing pipeline from scratch, essentially, because it didn't exist yet.
Right, because they're always so insufficient and inadequate for what they actually cover.
Yeah. So that's a bit that I covered on the blog, for example. In part 1, I did an introduction to the project and the metadata pipeline. So I went through the steps of how do I download it using, just HTTP request to the archive API, inspecting the raw metadata, and then it downloads as like a really annoyingly formatted XML format, which is not actually standard. So you can't just use a standard XML parser on it, which is really frustrating. And then, so I needed to, so I have code for that. And essentially you needed to, I came up with a solution of, I realized that XML is not, it's not syntax, like it doesn't care about syntax or indentation or anything like that. It's purely hierarchical based on the tags. So I figured the easiest way to get rid of any, to make it all work. And this is after a month of really trying to figure out a consistent way of doing it, I realized that it's actually super simple. All you need to do is create a script to remove all the line breaks and wrap it in a root tag. And then you can use this code here to pass the XML to a pandas data frame at the very end. And then I have process metadata, which does all the pandas sort of like stuff, which essentially like cleans it up fully. Then I upload that to Pinecone. And then since I run this script once a day automatically, I have to have a function to get current EST date, and then the run metadata pipeline once a day on the server. So that's cool.
Yeah, I'm ringing with you, man. I'm curious, have you added an async function so you're only getting your updates on the active stuff that changes and leaving the rest alone so you're not wasting processes?
You mean like adding for the pay? What do you mean for updating
So, like,
the new papers?
You do a ping to the link, right? That does basically a query. I apologize if I'm not framing it the right way, but I'm trying to at least get the general ballpark, intention across. You ping the link with a query of activity, right? And you relegate it to only caring about what's been changed. So that's any new updates, right? And then if it's changed, you go, I only care about what has changed, and I don't care about the rest. Pull that in.
What has changed? I don't know
Yes.
what you're referring to there.
Out of your async ping. Any of the data that is different from the last.
Are you talking about like for the metadata downloading, processing, and uploading stuff, or?
Yeah, think of you go into IMDb and the current list of whatever list.
Yeah, like they just update the list. They don't reprocess.
Right. You only care about the updates.
Yeah,
and you're able to archive the rest as a stable set.
So I created one script at the very beginning called extract all unique document IDs, and I have a one CSV file, which is a running total of about 2 million unique CSVs. So this is the file that gets updated, gets read from, and then it does a check to see if the document IDs in the download for that day, if they're included yet in here. And if they are already included, then skip over it. But if they're not, then include it. So this is constantly getting more and more updated. That's why there's so much continuity among the numbers anyway. It's 62, 63,
Very
64,
cool.
65, 66, because it's always doing a check. And I made it in the code so it's updating, it reads, and then so it's right here. I created a new data frame, a temporary one called updated unique document IDs data frame, which then does that. And then it exports that at the very end to a CSV again. So that CSV is always the thing that's being read at the beginning of the pipeline. Here, unique document IDs data frame. And then that's always the thing that's being updated at the very end of the pipeline as well. So that's cool. So that's kind of how I got
You're
around
extending by data field? Are you having it do its update function attached to filling in extended data fields that you do not already have existing while deduplicating anything already duplicated? So you have like a very singular, extensive list that's always growing.
Yes.
For all the detail that you can extract.
Well, no,
that is super dope.
I drop a lot of the details that I don't need. So this is why I said you're right. When I download the metadata from archive, they do give you a lot of detail about the paper. But I specifically, because I didn't want the scope of the application so far, maybe I would do it down the line, but I only really cared about the document ID and the title of the paper and the authors, right? To kind of create. So if I actually look at my archive rag metadata, you can see what one text looks like in the database, which is, it's just one text that is super cleaned up, which is the title of the paper here, and then it's combined with a little by, which I added, and then by the authors, and I limit that to 5. So all of these vectors should look completely consistent with each other and very nice, which makes it great for when I put in some text here and then it retrieves the paper titles. You can see these all look nice. That was kind of the idea with that, but I could always add a third column and then extract out like the category of that paper as well, and then use that in some meaningful way. So if I wanted users to be able to search via category and via like some time frame or something like that. So I've essentially created a search engine for archive, but I would need to like pivot it a little bit. But look, here you can see I'm only passing out the authors and stuff like that. I'm only passing out the ID, authors, and title because that's the only 3 things that I care about. I drop all the rest.
Great. I also heard you two talking about like some of your direct contacts within your family on the business side and stuff like that. The next question I have for you to extend off the technical side is if you were to extend your metadata out and basically keep it limited to a spectrum of tiers that you care about. So if like that tier is increasing in that scope, it might be a good thing to capture maybe in a slightly separate and related space to open the door for, hey, here's a new product or service or something like that that could go to one of those companies or organizations that's applicable. That way, like on the business side, you can always be leaning forward and growing.
Yeah, my dad said that if he ever needs like AI stuff integrated into his platform, he'll chat to me about it. So.
I'm really loving the angle you're hitting, and definitely we need to talk more on the other side.
Sure.
My question also goes over to like the research and paper generation side of, we've been running with the idea of each topic can turn into like a snap-in module of another paper. Thinking of it like, if you look at it visually in like a UI, which would be super dope in this way, is kind of like a jigsaw puzzle where you're visually able to cross-correlate the papers and see both at the same time from an overhead view.
Sort of like,
and then just zoom in when you want to.
From one paper influenced another one.
Yeah, starting with like topic relevance, what it covers, and the authors.
I think somebody already made something like that using like a knowledge graph based on the references of research papers. So
how recent of a project? The last one I heard about was like mid 80s or so, and then discontinued, so I couldn't even check it out.
Oh, right. No, like it was more just like backlinks. Like the idea would be to create a knowledge graph from research papers. So it's like you have one paper that kind of backlinks to other papers and other papers, you know, like in its like using the references, right? And then you can sort of visually see.
Right, but they need to be bidirectional.
Yeah.
And if you have that, like I've been, my partner and I, we've been engaging with a bunch of people randomly over in the wiki communities. And they were, you know, they're doing digital gardening and that type of stuff, but they don't like, they focus on the small tools and super high academic with a high learning curve, and not anything that's very useful for like, hey, I'm an enthusiast, I want to jump into this and explore basically the net or the ecosystem of projects I care about in a very farmer-like way, I guess. Like as the peak of the interest comes about you, you want to jump into it. Similar to someone that has ADHD, for example, right? But from a farmer's perspective, you want to go around to your different crops and just nurture them for them to do their thing and flourish. And then in a lot of the workflow designs like burn down or Scrum, it's just a burn down list of like, just hit what's closest to you at that point. So from a perspective of like an enthusiast researcher or someone in a different realm that you might identify with, hey, I want to go do this thing, jump down this rabbit hole, learn more, put some pieces together, and then be able to share it with the community. It seems like it would make a lot of sense to be able to start with a UI that has a really amazing backbone network with most applicable and common templates to kickstart with. Almost like how you would build a turnkey business. foundational blocks and just put them together like Legos.
That was kind of the engineering philosophy behind Swarms. Just a bunch of Legos. And actually, most of the frameworks that I built are kind of like that. Everything should kind of just be modular.
Right? Yet easily recognizable to the common person.
Yep.
And then, Kai, I had a question for you too. And like, it almost looks like you're starting with a wrapper type design to connect the dots. Is that, would you say that that's accurate or super inaccurate? Just to help me get a gauge on what's going on from your end.
Oh, what do you mean exactly?
Like, they're focusing on OpenAI's ChatGPT and stuff like that. It makes sense to some degrees, and others I have differing opinions, but I need to get a better gauge to know where you're coming from and the reasoning why, so I can best like support you and better provide any kind of relevant feedback that I might come up with.
I'm kind of confused.
It seems like you're doing a mix between like API wrappers, starting with OpenAI, and then weaving in some programming.
Yep.
Like maybe to better tie the roots together, like the fundamental libraries.
Well, yeah, we need all the LLMs. We need OpenAI. We need Anthropic. We need we need all of them. And we can't build a swarm without them. So.
If we're not getting it today, please. Please put in that your face so that you don't get all shook up.
Okay, that makes sense.
Back, boys. Back, boys.
Yo, let's write some blogs together, Jack.
Yeah. Don't you have like ChatGPT for that?
Fuck it. All right then. Why do we need humans for anything then? Let's just fucking automate everything.
Yeah, dude, create a blog creating agent.
I have. We do. We actually have like a team of like 20 of them. But the thing is,
nah, obviously that doesn't get the right message across, right?
The point is, I want to work with you on the blogs. If I wanted to work with an agent, I wouldn't even ask you. I can spin up any agent I can imagine. You understand?
I understand. Yeah, I'd like to. I'd like to do that. Do you have we might want to get a shared document about some ideas, like a little project and ideas board. And then start sort of populating it with things and photos and images, and then I can start sort of aggregating it into a bit of like an outline for a few different posts if you want.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's usually how I do it. I have like a Notion thing, or I use Obsidian, and I just sort of like get different like, you know, graphs and images and headings and stuff like that. And I just try to like work on like a bit of an outline before really filling in the details.
All right, let's do it. Can you collaborate on what is it called? Obsidian?
Maybe if you pay for it, but no, it's local. If you do it yourself, but I just do it because I use GitHub to like version control my notes, and so it's really easy to sync them across different platforms like that, and just have it always backed up.
I see. So it's not like collaborative.
No. Notion is though.
Interesting.
We have is Obsidian collaborative? By adding your friends and colleagues as collaborators, they can oh yeah, it is. It's true. You know, with Obsidian, you can publish your things as like your blog site.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, there's so many things I want to talk about. It's absurd, honestly.
Why is this not working?
Nicholas, are you here?
Oh, cool. That is the image.
Hello?
Hey.
Hold on, I can't see. All right, you're online. So yeah,
Hey, what's up?
Kai, I sent the IP address for the Swarms playground.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then, do you already have api.swarms.world?
Yeah.
You're already using that one?
Yep. That's for our API.
Okay, so then maybe what we call it Swarms API.
The what? The demo?
So there's the thing that I put together, the Swarms playground. So there's a UI that's a Next.js app. So that's gonna be loaded whenever you visit demo.swarms.world. The UI will load on your browser, and then it will make API requests to a separate API. And the separate API is where I have the agents and the swarms running. So there needs to be a domain name mapped to that API, and it has to be the same root domain. But you know, it has to have a different has to be on the same domain. So it has to be a subdomain of the same domain. Because the way I think Google switched things up in their browser, and then I think the other browsers are switching things up. You have to have the same domain for the cookie, where I store the auth creds in a cookie. So if you don't have your AP, if you don't have all the complete application on the same domain, the browser won't, allow the cookies to be shared between all of them. I don't know if that makes any sense, but anyways, blah, blah, blah. So I was thinking api.swarms.world would be available, but it's not. So we can do swarms-API dot swarms dot, that's kind of weird, but swarms-API, or I don't know what you want to call it, API sapi.swarms.world, or I don't know, whatever you want to call it. It just has to be the same domain. It can be called whatever.
Okay, well, I just changed it, and you're gonna have to be a little bit more simple for the second change. So what do you need? So you said the actual Python code is.
There's two. All right, so there's two. There's the UI, a front end app, and then there's an API, right? So when you visit demo.swarms.world, it's going to load the UI.
Okay.
And then I have the API where all the agents and the swarms are running. Right now, I only have two swarms. I have the rearranged swarm and then the spreadsheet swarm. So I need another subdomain on swarms.world to be mapped to that one. So I just need to, let me simplify these things. Just create two A records and then map them to the same IP address I gave you.
Okay, that makes sense. So, I'll do that now. I already put the just the demo.swarms.world should be working now.
There you go.
Demo.swarms.world should be functional.
Yeah, demo.swarms. It's still loading. It's still like setting things up. It's still setting up. But yeah, if you created an A record with that IP address,
an error SSL version or cipher mismatch.
Yeah, exactly. So it's provisioning a SSL certificate right now. That's what it says on my dashboard. So I'm hoping this means that when this is done, it'll just work. I don't know the nuances of everything that's going on, but hopefully it'll be working soon.
Yeah. There's so many new swarms primitives to make. Like we really just need to double down on the primitives. You know, that's the value of swarms. Enabling agents to talk with each other in different ways. That is the only thing we need to do really, really well. Something I've noticed from all the most successful agent applications like AutoGPT in the beginning was that it had a like a very easy command line interface. So I'm working now on creating a command line interface just for swarms. So you like first build the agents get put into a registry, and then you could run swarms primitives on that registry. So I think it's going to be fun. And also maybe have a YAML file, like you could just put a YAML file of all the agents, and then we parse the YAML file, and then we build the agents and then run them. What do you think?
Mm. If you're
Nicholas is supposed to be coming over now, but I don't know where he is.
Hello?
Where you at?
I'm putting pants on. Where you at?
Where am I? I'm where I'm always at.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Can I call the whip?
Just a few more minutes.
All right, let me know, man.
I got you. Just be a couple more minutes.
All right.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
how far away is the university or college from you?
What was
You're
that?
going to? How far away is the university or college that you're going to do the presentation or whatever?
Like 20 minutes away. It's like near the water. It's like downtown.
Yeah, right.
I'm in the wild west. I'm like so west you can't go any more west, basically. I'm like in a fucking forest right now. So
Not even big enough. A bit bigger.
but you're very lucky because Miami's and Florida in general is very flat. I mean, like very, very flat.
Introducing YouTube GPT, turning videos into dynamic conversations. Exploring the potential of LCLMs for enhanced context-rich video content.
All right, this thing is taking a while. I'm gonna hop off and do some more work, and then I'll hop back on, or I'll just send a message because hopefully it just works. But it's setting up a SSL certificate for demo.swarms.world, and it's taking a while. All right.
Ready?
But did you also do the domain map for the API?
No, I don't. Can just send me the information and I'll put it.
Yeah, my bad. Sometimes I think I'm helping by explaining, but I think it just stresses people out. My bad. All right, so I'm sending you. Okay, cool. So you said you're already using api.swarms.world, right?
Yeah.
So what's another subdomain that we can use? This one is going to be mapped to the fast API where the two swarms that I have the two swarm architectures that I have working are going to be running. You can call it whatever you want. It's just whatever. Yeah.
Server.swarms.world.
All right, that's good. You could also do fast API. Does that work?
Yeah.
All right, we'll do server.
Whatever shorter.
All right, what is it? Server. Yeah, server shorter. All right, we'll do server.swarms.world. And this gets mapped, I'm pretty sure, to the same exact IP address. All right, yeah, that's the other. So there's 2A records, and then that should be good. So I'll hop back on when I have things working. Peace.
All right, peace. Doing so many things at once. It's incredible. I wish humans had much better evolved brains. Where is this line 9? Line 9? What the fuck do you mean, my man? This code is outdated.
Oh, and this just look good so I can fucking deploy it. You have any models that need to be trained? I need something for my portfolio.
Actually, you should I trained 10 models in the past like 30
Oh, I
something
saw
hours.
that. Yeah, I saw your post about Cursor.
But basically any new paper implementation, like if you really want to train some crazy shit, I really want to train a Mamba model called Mamba Omega, and it's supposed to be the biggest Mamba model ever. And we're gonna train it from scratch on an education data set. So if you can get this script to work, you'll probably be famous. Like if you can get this to train, I can get the compute. You don't need to worry about the compute. We just need the script to work.
Okay.
I've already kind of set everything up. Like the model file's already made. We just need to like debug things and make sure it works. Do you have a GPU at home?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah, if you can get this to train, the model is already made. Like I said, we just got to try the train.py file. If we can get that to work, we'll be. I mean, it'll be very fun. You should also check out the data set. It's called what the fuck is it called?
I will. I'll see if I can get this working. Why is it not trivial? So you're presenting it like it's going to be a real big challenge. It shouldn't be, right? Like,
well, it just depends.
Maybe
how much
it will
patience
be,
you have.
Huh?
It just depends how devoted are you, because there will be a shit ton of errors, and you have to solve them one by one by one.
Sure.
That's life, though. So, yeah, dude, whatever it takes. If you can get this to train, another model that I tried to train, but I couldn't because I was trying to train on my. The script works. I know it works for sure. The thing is, though, like we'd probably want to train it on much more data, and basically, it's a vision transformer for facial recognition.
Okay, cool.
So like just training a VIT for facial recognition at scale would be amazing, because then we could recognize people's faces. So
Yeah.
that would be very fun if you could maybe. So another big thing that we could do is make this training distributed and in the cloud. So if you could set up maybe like Sky configs for all of these. I don't know if you know.
Skypilot. Is that not what was being trained on the A100 server thing?
Yeah, if you could make.
Yep.
I mean, what is Skypilot? Because obviously it was on there.
I'll give you a basic summary. So Skypilot lets you deploy any file, a Docker container or something, on multiple servers in multiple clouds that auto scales. Basically.
Oh wow.
So it's like Kubernetes for
Cool.
retards, basically.
Yeah.
So for me,
Yeah.
fuck yeah.
Yeah. So here, just check.
Retards. It's crazy.
So those are two models that I know for sure. Like the Mamba one is very important. That's like the most important one. If we can get that to work, will be amazing. It'll be very good.
I will work on that. I promise.
Yeah, the Mamba Omega one is also good. And then another potential project is fine tuning or pre-training from scratch a new VIT, an entirely new vision transformer with a modified architecture. So.
Oh yeah. That sounds difficult.
No, it's not really. We've actually already made the model. We would just need to get the data set or multiple data sets, merge some, make one big data set, put on Hugging Face, pre-process data sets, merge data set, tokenize data set, train the model on that data set. But it's very useful because so most of the community now is not training their own vision transformers because the pre-trained ones are slightly usable, but the thing is though they suck. Basically they all suck, especially now.
Did you see the new open source Qwen model that I was?
Yeah, so they're using a pre-trained VIT, and if you wanted to make that model much better, you would probably pre-train your own VIT from scratch on much more data.
Okay.
So that's what I want to do. I want to create a vision transformer that is stupendously optimized. I mean, like just utterly like ridiculously amazingly good. And then just train that from scratch and release that. And everybody in the community at that point would be using it. All the pre-trained Gwen V2, Cog VLM, like all these VLM models are using pre-trained VITs from 4 or 5 years ago at a time. Does that make sense?
It does make sense.
Okay. Well, that's that I can foresee. I can forecast a lot of demand for that. So, and hey, Grant, what's up? How's it going? I think you're muted.
Hey, can you hear me?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, nothing much. Just wanted to go check out the forum here. Very cool. Very excited for tonight's event over at GP Tuesday. It's the AI Center for Miami-Dade College.
Yeah, it's gonna be very fun. This is say hello to Jack and Nicholas. They've been members of the community for quite some time now, and yeah, they're amazing human beings.
I'll be there tonight.
I would be there, but I'm on the other side of the planet, so that doesn't work.
He's in Australia.
Yeah.
Me, a lot farther away, Pompano Beach.
Yeah.
I was just on a 4-minute fucking voicemail with you, Kai.
Are you ready? You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, but you said you were putting on pants. Well, why are you putting on pants? We're gonna play basketball right now.
Oh no, no, I'm playing. I put on
You're going out for
shorts.
basketball now.
I put on shorts, so we're all good.
Okay. Well, make sure you come very beautifully dressed.
Am I coming back here tonight or no?
There's a possibility. No.
Okay. Well, I have enough clothes. I'm ready.
All right. Well, that settles it then.
Order it, bitch. Order that bitch. Order that bitch. Order that bitch.
You can stay there now. You're not coming.
What's up? You said what? You could stay there now? Oh my god.
Why isn't it? Grant, when would you like us to come in to help? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. I don't think he's here.
Grant.
Oh, maybe his sound went off or disconnected. Yeah. Maybe a network issue.
Hello. Hey, can you hear me now?
Hey, Grant.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. Cool. I was just saying, I think I'll be getting there around 5:30, 5:45. So if you'd like to get there around 6, around then, probably is all that would be needed. If you want to come earlier, that's cool too. I might get there even earlier. This is first time at the AI Center.
Nice. Should we also get drinks?
Oh shit. We're gonna be at the AI Center at Miami-Dade College.
That's right.
Oh, that sounds so cool. I'm so excited.
Yeah, and Kai's going to be the very first speaker that we're having at the AI Center, and it's a cool partnership that we have.
Let's fucking go! I love that.
Yeah, let's go.
I'll be there. I'll be there, just being there.
Yeah.
Whatever I can do to help out around there. Meaning from nothing's below me, you know what I mean? So whatever you need help with, let me know.
Thank you. Absolutely. If I think the biggest help that we can have right now is just joining the Luma. We want to get to that 100, the number 100, 100 mark. We're at 90 right now.
I already been signed up for like a week now.
Oh, heck yeah.
Dude, invite all your friends, man. Go on your phone and literally tell people if you're not coming, you're gonna get kidnapped.
Oh,
yeah,
I mean, I can do that. I can actually do that.
Well,
perfect. I'll send you my list of friends, and then you can.
Man.
Yeah, I'll send you all the numbers of my friends, and you can just call them one at a time and let them know that Grant is saying.
Need to pump those numbers, man.
Yeah, we do.
Oh
so
my God, no. Threads is about to be our biggest friend. Do you all use Threads at all?
I'm seeing it become a lot more active, actually.
Threads' algorithm is actually really, 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 really on point. And
I mean, it makes sense.
That's not even an understatement. Like it's whatever you post is whatever you post or whatever you look at or whatever you're interacting with is what you're gonna see.
We have a swarms thread. Swarms_Croak. And I also have one myself, so I don't go on there, I just post there.
It's a really good place to be interactive with. I literally have swarms.world as my fucking in my fucking bio for Threads.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna hop off. I gotta handle more of like the venue stuff, so I'm gonna be talking with a lot of people about where to go and how to get there and try to pump up these numbers. So I just wanted to hop in and say hi, and I'll see you tonight.
Yeah, bro. I'll help you get your numbers up. I'll make sure I like, comment, and share everything on all my other social media platforms that I haven't done yet.
Amazing. Oh yeah, sounds good. And, at the event, we'll be sharing some of the socials that we'll be following and all that stuff. So
awesome.
Awesome. Cool. All right. See you later. Bye.
Go.
Have a good one.
GPT Tuesdays. Kai Gomez, first speaker. AI fucking root Miami-Dade College. That's pretty badass.
Pure autism.
Pure polygraphy.
All right, dude, start posting that shit, man. Tell your fucking LinkedIn, yo, if you don't come, you're a fucking loser. You understand? That's it. You gotta pump those numbers, man. Pump those numbers.
Bro, you gonna order my Uber or not? Told you I was hungry.
All right then. Yeah, fuck. I gotta get you over here. I'm gonna call you Uber to the gym.
To the gym?
Yeah.
Bring me fucking food, bro.
Well, you're gonna eat what I give you.
Okay.
All right, we might have to hold up on the Uber because an Uber just for me down the street to the gym is $18.
Are you being fucking Jewish right now?
I'm very Jewish. Fuck yeah!
Stop being fucking
I'm
Jewish.
more Jewish than fucking Jewish, motherfucker.
Well, we fucking bro. Who are we doing this here for? We're doing it for swarms.
All right, hold on. Or did you send me your information?
Yeah, I did. Scroll up.
I'm gonna order an orbital nuke on your house.
Please do it. Put me out of my misery. God damn.
It's only $50.
It's only?
You'll be there in about it'll take an hour for you to get there.
Really?
So this is the plan. I'm gonna call an Uber to
Okay.
I'm gonna call an Uber to the gym so I can get to the gym, and then I'm gonna call
Okay.
you an Uber once I get there to the gym.
Okay.
Fuck! I forgot to ask something for Grant. Fuck. I want to ask him if we should get any drinks or something for the people that will be coming.
Why don't you just go ahead and order me an Uber to the gym?
That's what I have to get there to the gym.
Why do you have to get there to the gym? You don't know the fucking address to the gym?
All right, bro.
Or you could just... I don't know. My bad.
I have to get to the gym first so I can meet you at the gym.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm gonna order it for you pretty soon. All right. Did you start reposting this on every social media? Go. We need to pump out those numbers, man. Call up any of your friends or anybody. Hey, Grant. One thing, do you want any food, drinks, or something for the people?
Actually, yes. I was thinking of this as well. I think, and I'm down pitched. I'm gonna try to get some stuff as well. I'm thinking we should get like pizza and maybe chicken. Honestly.
Thing is, though, pizza is not a very healthy food. It's a very I don't know. I'm very opposed to all these of AI events and hackathons having really bad shit food. Really.
It's actually a good point.
I usually feel like crap after I eat it too.
So yeah, it just makes you fat. I'm already too fat, man. I gained way too many pounds from those free foods at free pizzas. So
I get you. But I don't think you are, man. But I totally get you. So let's definitely get some healthy stuff. We can get chicken stuff, whatever you want. Maybe we can get some of those dip things like the celery and carrots and the dip or whatever. Whatever's kind of easy. So there's Chick-fil-A. There's the chicken tender stuff. There's just those fruits and vegetable dip things. I think those could be pretty cool. Ginger ale. Those kind of drinks, maybe some sodas. What are your thoughts? What would you like to get?
Yeah. Do you have a car? Do you drive?
I have a scooter.
You have a scooter. That works.
Yeah, I can put a wheelbarrow in the back, strap it on.
Where is this AI center? Where is it located?
Miami-Dade College, Wilson campus. So it's
Where
like
is
5
that?
minutes away from the hub. It's like 5 minutes away from the hub, maybe 10.
Are there any stores near there in proximity?
I don't know, but usually what I do is Instacart. So I go to Publix and then I Instacart.
But there's obviously going to be a fee for that.
Yeah, around 15% or so. So it's a bit more pricey for sure.
Yeah. I mean, okay, maybe we could do that. Okay.
But let me see. I'm not sure. Maybe there is.
Yeah, we need to contemplate this because we need to keep people entertained and comfortable, so their brains.
That's why you have me, Cass.
So their brains can absorb all of the swarm's information.
Yes.
They need to be nice, calm, and just relaxed, absorbing the swarm.
Absorbing the swarms. Absolutely. I think you're absolutely right. There's a convenience store nearby, but that's a convenience store. There's a Peruvian market, but that does not seem to do. Whole Foods market, but it's like quite a few streets down. I feel like. Actually, there is a public supermarket pretty close. Okay, yeah. So I see something like 1, 2, 3 streets to the left, 4 streets to the left of Publix. It might be like I have to calculate how much walking that would be or driving, but it'd be pretty close. Let me share this one. So that could be the move.
Yeah, I see. Okay.
I'll send this to you in the link. Because we should work right now. I see this one, but I'm used to going to the one north of that. But this one's the closest one for sure.
Where do you go shopping?
I usually go at this one. But they're both equally rated. I'm guessing though that the first one I pasted is probably in not as good of an area. I'm guessing, maybe. I've never been there, but I just know it's more downtown, so I have no idea.
I see.
But the second one is nice. It's right across from the hub.
Okay, all right then. I guess we'll settle it one at a time.
Yeah. What are your thoughts, like dip and stuff like that with, veggie stuff, and then also probably like some chips and Tostitos and stuff. Maybe some Whole Foods. I don't know.
I don't know about chips, man. That's not very it's not very pleasing. Like it's not like chips are not like it's not going to satisfy you.
Right. I still think I might get like 1 or 2 big bags of chips just for people that want a munchie with some good deals. But I think you're absolutely right. It's not that satisfying. What would you find satisfying?
Fruits, some fruits or something. I don't know. Tomatoes.
Yeah, they have like those fruit
Apples.
platter things.
Apples, pineapples. Like some healthy shit that tastes good. Fucking pineapples are amazing. I love pineapples.
I agree. It's just the preparation, right? So we have to find stuff that are already prepared. Because, there's also labor that is involved. So we have to find something kind of ready. I'm just looking at Instacart now. Okay, yeah, there's these fruit platters that have like strawberry, pineapple, cantaloupe, grapes, that kind of stuff. They have these celery dip things. They're also pretty sweet.
Yeah.
They have these Publix Belly sub selections or whatever. To buy buy these in person will probably be much cheaper.
All right, then that's something I guess we got to figure out.
Yeah, there's these like these Publix Deli ham and cheese roll platter things. That would be like $19. You have a car, right? Yeah.
Do I have a car?
Oh no, you Ubered last time.
Absolutely not, my friend.
That's
Not-
nice about living in Florida. Ubers are pretty low priced.
Yeah.
Okay. So I just looked at Platter on Instacart, right? And there's a good amount of stuff there.
Nice.
Cool.
If you could send me those links.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, I wouldn't say it's really a link. It's more like Instacart and then just searching Platter for Publix.
Yeah.
I'll see if there's a share option. I need to, I really create a sponsor deck and everything.
You need a what?
Oh, never mind, actually. Talking out loud. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'll look at some of these. We've seen some Platter stuff, right? I love the fruits and veg things. And I would probably do it. And yeah, Platters, fruits and veggies, then like maybe some of the sandwich stuff. So it's nice and healthy, nothing like too greasy or carby.
Yep.
And also, I've seen people eat like those very large fruit nuts. You know what I mean? Like mixed nuts, which are high calorie. So what's nice about that is you just eat some, kind of be satiated.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, because it's such like a high protein, high meal for a high caloric density. Probably good move. So yeah, like mixed nuts, like what are those things? Like maybe like a platter or two of like a fruit one and a vegetable one with dip, and then maybe like I don't know, maybe just mixed nuts. Maybe that could just be it. Or you're feeling like really, yeah, and then I can get like some of the sandwich stuff or whatever, and like maybe some chips, salsa and stuff.
All right, let's do it.
Cool. Should we divide and conquer? What are your thoughts on what we would like?
Pineapples, fruits. The fruit platters is okay.
Do you want to order separately, or were you saying that you wanted to order? Generally, I'm trying to keep it under a budget of like $100 a week.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because it's kind of all coming out of my paycheck. Well, not my paycheck, but all that stuff. At least until I get responsible for that. Big one here.
It's possible that we might be able to just pay for the whole thing.
No, it's okay. I'm gonna split. Let's see what else. But if you do that, right, even for partially, definitely say you're responsible for that. Here. Cool. So yeah, there's a lot of good options. It's kind of hard to tell how big they are, like without seeing it in person. You know what I mean? Like there's this fruit one for like $37. That's like 104 ounces.
Okay.
It's hard to know how big that is, though. It seems big. It must be big. 104 ounces. Okay, so let me just do my notes. You like pineapple? some of these
I like all
fruits,
fruits
so-
except grapes. I don't like grapes.
Okay. And if it has grapes, it'll be some on the side of that thing. So you don't want to take it. Mixed fruits, mixed nuts, mixed vegetables. Yep. Sandwiches. Like those mini sandwiches. You know those like little roll things? I'll send you a picture.
Yeah. All right, just send me the cart, and or like the link or something, and we'll just.
Okay. Sounds good. Let's see here. Cool. Sounds good. Well, I'll go ahead and get to Friday in the next hour.
Okay.
Yeah, I still need to send a bunch of people, like, individually the location and venue stuff, right? So I'm just gonna start spamming, not spamming, but do like the email blast. I kind of worry about taking too many messages in the newsletter thing, but people do need to know. So I'll do the venue blast pretty much now in the newsletter, and we'll start messaging people individually, and then we'll share you that card.
All right, let's go.
Let's go. All right, dude. Talk to you soon.
All right, brother.
All right. Bye, brother.
All right, yo. I'm gonna get to the gym soon, so then you get the ride.
Okay.
Yeah, right. All good. Do create that shared document for the blog stuff,
That's right.
and don't make this the one thing that's not public for now, just because it's going to be in development.
Why? Just make everything public, man. Right, stream?
No,
Shouldn't
not
we make
some
everything
stuff.
Just make everything public.
Look.
Everything.
Sometimes
Every
your image
database,
can get
every
like
model,
kind of
every
messed
code
up
base.
if
Make it public.
it's not good for an image to have unfinished work that's meant to be polished and presented like a blog. Nobody wants to see a half-finished blog post in its development stage, bro.
I do. I would love to see that.
All right.
I would too.
What's your email?
Contact@jacktoll.net.
Can you just text it to me? I'm
Yep.
not that smart, man.
I'll put it in the chat here.
Don't forget to bring my fucking Swarm shirt. Don't forget to bring one for yourself too.
Well, we're gonna go back to my house.
Are we?
Yeah.
All right, word. Let's go. We only got I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be.
How many people have you invited?
What?
How many people have you invited?
Have I hit up? Why fucking go look at your fucking LinkedIn and see how many posts I've fucking made.
Well, it's not enough.
Sorry, I don't mean to yell. You see. I don't really know that many people down here in Miami though. Let's think.
Jack, I sent you an invite.
Thanks. I'll look at that in 1 sec.
Everything should be public, my man. Everything. Everything in the world should be public. Every database, every repo, every single line of code in the world should be open source.
I guess I'm just saying public isn't always better.
Why?
I'm not saying I wouldn't want people to see it public. Like, I'm not scared of that. I'm just saying when someone is trying to present a polished product and make an image for themselves, being the guy that always has sloppy work shown on their portfolio because everything is public. I'm saying you can eventually make everything public. 100% agree with you. Does everything all the time always need to be public?
Yes.
I don't really think so. As like a philosophy, I don't think so.
It does. Because then people talk shit about your mistakes, and that's good. You want that to happen. Because otherwise you won't improve. And improving learning is the purpose of life. It is a
guess
continual
so.
effort. All right, I gotta go fucking blow up this fucking court and fuck everybody in it. So
Yeah, well, good luck with everything. Good luck with it. I hope it goes well. And
thank you. I
yeah,
sent you
if
an
it's
invite, by the
recorded
way.
and stuff.
You should check the thingamajigger.
Yeah, I will.